Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yahya Fadl Tahir. I am a professor in environmental archaeology at the Department of Archaeology, Faculty of Arts, University of Khartoum, Sudan. I am here to talk to you today about stone boulders and structure and their relationship to rituals and religions in Nubia. Before starting the lecture, I would like to thank American Study Research Center and its organizers and administrators for their participation in pushing, encouraging, supporting, and developing the research, archaeological research in Sudan, even during these black days of the war. I also thank them to invite me to present this lecture. Now, let us start our lecture, which is entitled Boulders and Stone Structures in Nubia, Rituals and Beliefs Relieved during the Prehistoric Bronze period. The aim of the lecture to investigate the relationship between boulders and stone structure with ancient beliefs religious in Nubia, northern Sudan, to understand the notion of the past religious in the area via archaeological and ethno-archaeological studies. Okay, now we come to the contents. At first, introduction, study area and the archaeological work there, boulders and stone structures, boulders, stone structure and the rituals, and conclusion. Introduction. Before I start the lecture, I would like to say that I am very sorry for the voice of birds, house sparrow, accompanying this lecture in some slides. They are present in all rooms of my home, and I tried my best to get rid of this voice, but I failed. So sorry for that. By the Upper Paleolithic, there is abundant evidence for the deliberate sequestering of space for ritual, both among campsites and deep caves. Since the Middle Paleolithic or even deep, religion became one of human social behavior and continued until today. The oldest trait of religion present in the most recent common ancestor of present-day hunter-gatherer was animism, the belief that plants, animals, and even thunder, etc., have intentionality and can have an influence on human lives. Belief in an afterlife emerged, followed by shamanism and ancestor worship. Animism includes the concept of a three-tiered world, upper sky, middle earth, and underworld, underground, and the role of the shaman as a religious specialist who interceded with various animal spirits. Shaman is a religious practice that involve shaman interacting with the spirit world through altered state of consciousness, such as trance, to direct spirit of spiritual energies into physical world for the purpose of healing, divination, or to aid human being in some other way. Since prehistory, there is evidence of worship at natural sites as well as at sites constructed for ritualistic purposes. People venerated stone and other natural objects, which gradually become the objects of established cults and which often were included in some form as aspect of later official ritual. Many pastoral tribes in Africa, as Dinka in south of Sudan, show as prehistoric men at home in 19th century. They are still in pastoral stage of culture. The time span of this lecture, it extends from Neolithic 5000 to 3000 BC to Bronze Age, or the civilization known in Sudan as Kerma civilization, 2500 to 1500 BC. Study areas and archaeological works. Study areas. Third Cataract region. The Third Cataract region is situated in northern Sudan, north to Dungra region. The region measures 55 kilometers along the Nile. Astikot region. Astikot region is situated between Wadi Halfa and Mahas region in a length of 42 kilometers. Al-Ga'ab depression. The Al-Ga'ab depression is a paleo lake situated parallel to Dungra Ridge in the desert. It extends for 123 kilometers. Wadi al-Tigr. It is situated north of the Third Cataract region and south to Astikot region, extending in a distance of 8 kilometers. Archaeological works. Third Cataract region. The Department of Archaeology, University of Khartoum, reported about 650 archaeological sites. Astikot region. About 200 archaeological sites are reported by the Department of Archaeology, University of Khartoum. Al-Ga'ab depression. About 470 archaeological sites were reported by the Department of Archaeology, University of Khartoum. Wadi al-Tigr. It was surveyed by me in 2014. Rituals. Still, many rituals and beliefs are vivid in the memories of, or even being practiced as in the study area. They were collected by me. So, all data of the above projects are used in this lecture. Boulders and stone structure. Boulders and stone structures. First, rock capsules. Rock capsules, as in Figure 1, are artificially human-induced depressions on rock surfaces. Some specimens in the southern Kalahari Desert are suggested to be in the order of 410,000 years old. Rock capsules can be distinguished to the following. Rock gongs. Rock gong is naturally situated rock that resonates when stuck and shows evidence of use as an idiophone, containing capsules on the surface. Using lithophones as music went back to the Upper Paleolithic cave for music and many rituals and beliefs. Here we have Figure 1 rock capsules in the Foy village at Katrak region, and also figure 2 rock gongs covered the village at Katrak region. These caviars are shallow. They are used as rain and wind makers. Rain is important for African and other world society, which depend on it for their agriculture and animals. In the case of drought or a need for rain, certain rain-making rituals are practiced to invoke rainfall. The old tradition of rain control is still practiced by many living African populations, and the similarity of this phenomena may have originated in prehistory. Here we have a small video.
يا جماعة في فيديو سؤال. يلا بس السنة بيسهروا بعدها.
I apologize for the annoying sound. The record was passive and on a windy day. And I am the guide of the orchestra. Okay, let us go to rock halls. Many rituals are practiced at rock halls, e.g. fertility rituals, feeling of peace and protection from devils and animals. E.g. in Punjab, India, women desiring to become pregnant pour sacred water into caviars. Sometimes channels leading to form caviars are common, and they are connected to rainwater rituals. In the third attraction, we reported this type of rock hall. That means rock hall with channel, as we see here in figure 3. We have here the hole, and we have this channel going. Cairns. A cairn, figure 4, is a man-made pile of stone raised as markers, memorials, and burial monuments. Number 3, stone pillars and megaliths. Stone pillars or megalithics are all large stone structures planted vertically, and they were used for many purposes as landmarks, human and cattle burials, monumental architecture, ritual, and religious purposes. Here we have figure 4. cairn with megalith in the center. This is megalith, standing stone, long stone, in Al-Ga'ab depression. Number 4, rock drawings. Rock art is human-made. Rock art is considered to be one of the major sources for the identifying ancient ritual behaviors and religious beliefs. Foot and sandal prints. Foot and sandal prints, figure 6 and 7, are the impression made by human for a foot or shoe on a rock surface. In some regions, footprints are usually identified as God footprint and prophet footprints. They believe that they are sacred places. They are visiting places for religious ceremonies. Here, figure 6, here we have sandal, Al-Ga'ab depression, and figure 7, footprint from Koika village and Sikot region. Here we must distinguish between the two, between sandal and footprints. Sandal is shoe print, while footprint is print of naked foot. Six, wadi walls. The wadi walls, figure 8, are long, low walls. Some authors assume that wadi walls were game traps and drives, also used for water harvesting, silt accumulation, and protective enclosures for settler herds and crop against enemies' attack. Is there any ritual practice at wadi walls? We will see in the coming slides. The orange arrows are pointing to the wall which is on the top of the Jabal at Wadi at-Tagar. Okay, now we come to boulders, stone structure, and the ritual. This part is the main core of this lecture. Rock capioles, rock gongs, figure 9. There are many solitary complexes and clusters of rock gong sites in the southern part of the Serkatrak region. There are more than 15 sites. In Arduan village until 17th, anyone who passed Kokalla, this name in Nubian, Kokalla, and that means God gong, rock gong must take a gravel pebble before passing it and hit the gong 3 times. Local people believe that this action will provide them a feeling of peace and protection from the female devil who is roaming there. And here the Kokalla big rock gong in Arduan village, and you can notice here the capioles or the area where the people are hitting the rock. Rain and wind maker rituals. Inside island in the Sikot region, there is a rock gong called Tugenkit. In Nubian, that means wind rock. Until 18th, there were certain rituals practiced in the order to summon the wind, in order to separate the grain from the straw and filling the boat's sail. Farmers asked male children to go to the Nile and swim, then return naked to hit the rock with gravel stones. The young girls weep and say, "We pay you, we pay you, we pay you," a word spoken at grief. And then everybody has to repeat the word. According to the beliefs of the people, this leads immediately to the wind blowing. In Kulub Island, also Sikot region, there is a rock gong, figure 10, similar to that one in Sai Island. Its function is to make the wind blowing. Residents informed that the wind was made to blow by practicing some ritual until 19th. If anyone needs the wind blowing, then he will ask a particular child's father to tell his son to carry out the rituals. Here, the individual who hits the rock is well known, and their possession is usually passed down within the Aga family. Rainmaking is one of the world practices in Africa, and surely has been practiced during both the early or mid-Holocene, during which the cattle herding and farming were adopted. We suggest that rainmaking practices changed to wind-making here in Nubia when the drought overwhelmed the area and the sedentary subsistence of farming restricted to annually flooded lands. Here is no need for rain, but the wind called for separating cereals from the straw and sealing. By the way, our colleague Dr. Muhammad Ahmed Abdulmajid Kopoti, he is from the Colombian Arty, and also he is belonging to Aga family. So we can contact him if he want to summon the wind. Rock horse, figure 11, protect from devils and harmful animals. In Hambukol village, also in the South Katrak region, and Nabi Nuh hole in the rock are in the rock boulders. A local person stated that until 17th, they collect gravel papil before passing the rock holes. On reaching the holes, they put the papil inside, then outside and kiss them. In Tondi village, north to South Katrak region, there are holes in and Nebinu rock boulders. Until 17th, all the local people took a straw before passing these holes. On reaching the holes, they put the straw inside a sand half-filled hole and left it in. Natives believe in that if a passerby does not do this, then he will either stung by a scorpion or bitten by a snake. The ritual rock holes in Tondi and Hambukol village are for protecting from devils or harmful animals where many holes are present. I just want to add here, we have to type here. This big one is the rock hole. It is deep and big hole, while capules are that small one and they are shallow. Here, this rock hole from Kajbar village, South Katrak region. Other rock capules, hint and leak for blessing rituals. in Kajbar village, Katak region, there is a sacred rock called Kokkadaje, and this is Nubian name, and the meaning in English, hint and lake. Figure 12 and 13. On top of the sandstone mountain called Jebel Nuh. In wedding procession ceremony, which is called in Nubian Ermar, the groom and the bride or circumcised children, we will go to Nuh mountain, attend dance, and some of them circle the mountain many times. Fortunately, the dance is depicted on the mountain rock, denoting that it is an old ritual practice in the area. The young males climb up to the top of the mountain, which has incised sandals and footprints and so many drawings. Citizens believe that the Prophet Nuh and his son passed through this mountain. Near the place on the rocky boulder, there are many holes which are hit, and then the resulting sandstone powder is then leaked. The location of Neolithic, New Egyptian Kingdom, Christian and Islamic sites indicates that the mountain was sacred over a long period of time. According to the dream of a woman, Sitti Nafisa shrine was built. She is a well-known Islamic mystical sheikha. She is a grandfather or granddaughter of the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, who was buried in 832 AD in Egypt. Here the shrine is at the mountain foot. Just I want to add here in figure 12, let us notice here the overuse of the stone. There's so many different scribbles on it. Here we have figure 13, Jebel Nuh and Sitti Nafisa Shrine, Kajbar village. That the Jebel, and here this small building with sandstone and cement is a shrine of Sitti Nafisa. It was built on with mud and renewed recently by the native there. On the left, figure 14, dancing people, Kajbar village, Katak region. Here we have so many people are dancing, and especially you can see the children are dancing. That means this action or this process or this ritual of dancing on the top of the jebel is very old and depicted on this Jebel Nuh mountain. Here we have three images. Number one, on the left it is New Kingdom Cartouche, one of the kings. Cartouche, one of the king, and in the middle we have sandal drawing, and most probably it is from Christian period. Also the third one on the right we have crosses here. I think this is a popular work to give legitimacy and justification for ritual when the new religion come. As we see, Sitti Nafisa shrine is built to give the ritual its legitimacy in Islamic media. Coherence, potential slaughter, sacrifice, subsistence economy rituals. Many authors, e.g. Clark and Brighton, stated that the arrangement of stone are for some form of ritual on which various activity, potentially slaughter, sacrifice, were conducted. Our study relies on our archaeological find obtained by excavations. Coherence excavation recovered pottery shards, bone fragments, and snails, as in Figure 16. The pit contained grinding stone, animal bone, remain, a shell, a Mesolithic pottery shard, which may related to ritual related to the subsistence economy. The finds represent animal, terrestrial, and aquatic, and grinding tools. The grinding stone and pot may be representative of tools and techniques. Mesolithic people may have sought blessing by performing certain rituals at these cairns. Knowing that these sites were located near paleochannels and near many Neolithic and Mesolithic sites, 4 cairns revealed an intentional pit in the center. Here, however, 2 cairns contained archaeological material and 2 lacked artifacts. The empty pits were they for installation of a standing stone or wood feature in the past. Here in figure 16, current excavation, pottery shards, bone fragment, and snails, and this from Al-Ga'ab depression. Three stone pillars and megaliths. It seems that they are most correlated with prehistoric Bronze Age archaeological sites rather than settlements. Most of the area are inhabited today, so the study was unable to obtain ethnographic data. The natives have no information, no ritual practice reported from the area. In Nubia, there are no long single or cluster stone pillars, undecorated or decorated like other areas of Africa. Tentatively, we suggest that Mesolithic people may have constructed these cairns. At one side, the pit containing grind stone, animal bone remains, a shell, and Mesolithic pottery shards, which may be related to ritual related to subsistence economy. Number 4, rock drawings. Archaeological surveys of the regions revealed hundreds of drawings in all areas, and they are dominated by duomorphics and some Christian elements. The concentration of drawing around Jaddi Sabo and the Foy village in the third Qatar region is very marked and represents by far the most important focus of rock drawing in the region. It needs more studies. Shamanism. Jane showed a rock painting from South Africa of a shaman touching the hind of the dying eland. The same drawing is found in Serkamato village in the Sikot region, Defoy and Jadi Sabo villages in South Cataract region, Boulders. They are the shaman touching bovine tail. They are sometimes round-headed anthropomorphic figures. One of the anthropomorphic figures is a female. This means that both male and female were practicing the specific ritual. Marked figure of anthropomorphic shaman with red hand are found in the study areas Serkamato, Sapojadi, and the Foy village, similar to that in Thessaly painting in Libyan desert. Here we have so many pictures for comparing. Figure 21, a shaman touching the hind of a dying eland in metaphoric representation of a trance, South Africa. And here we have 3 images from our study areas. A shaman touching the tail for a bovine from Serkamato on the left, Sabojadi in the middle, and the Foy at the right hand. Shaman is a mediator between nature and human being. Many pastoral tribes in Africa have shaman, like Maasai, Nuer in South Sudan, Hamar in Ethiopia. So here, shaman is in the 3 pictures, on the 3 images, shaman touching the cattle or the bovine tail. So I think here the cattle is a privileged mediator between the shaman and supernatural world. Also, here we have so many images. Animals, the male anthropomorphic figure touching the elephant proboscis, and those who are holding a cattle tail show the animal was present in the study regions. Here in figure 23, shaman marked figure with raised hand in Sifar, Thessaly, or in Libyan desert. Figure 24, anthropomorphic figure with a penis and raised arm touching elephant tusk in Wadi At-Tagar. And figure 25, marked figure of shaman also in Wadi At-Tagar and in Jadi Sabo on the left hand. Fertility ritual. In the depiction of Serkamato and Kajpar, there are anthropomorphic figure of intercourse seen. It may be related to fertility rituals. On the other hand, there are many drawings of anthropomorphic figures with a penis and arms similar to what is found in Thessaly by Sokopova. Here in figure 26, we have here mating scene in Kajbar village at Katrak region. Footprints and sandals. Many foot and sandal prints were reported in all areas. In Al-Gab Oyadis, there is a footprint west of Legia village. The people from villages on the Nile visit this footprint in Eid al-Fitr. In many villages, there are holes near what are known in the Nubian language as Annabinoi, footprint of the Prophet, or the Nabin Nuhin Oi, footprint of the Prophet Nuh, where citizens believe that the Prophet Nuh passed through these mountains or boulders. They believe that they were sacred places. In many cases, only the right foot is depicted with a small hole in front of the thumb and some to be and it seems that to be functional parts. Here the hole is pointed with this orange arrow. In Al-Ga'ab, associate footprints with different engraving techniques and with very dark patination in a Neolithic context. It is assumed that it is belonging to Neolithic period or Karma period. Animal drawings. A remarkable cluster of drawing in Maseda, Setkatrack region, near the church. Single figure of armed man with lambs, a lioness, rhinoceros, feline, and elephant, all of which are located on the prominent boulder. They are all found together at this one location would also suggest that the locale had a special significance. The ethnography of the rock drawing is scant. Only in Maseda village, locals believe that there are devils in the vicinity of a boulder with large drawings. It seems that the sacredness goes back to deep history, most probably to the Bronze Age. The lion figure perhaps to be associated with Karma and its rulers. In this respect, the large feline figure may be compared with the representation of lion found at Karma. Here we have lioness on the left and the armed man on the right side. All of these pictures are from Maseda, Setkatrack region. Enigmatic drawings. Many enigmatic drawings were reported. We think that they have some connection with rituals or for magic. Wadi walls. No ethnographic data were obtained because natives have no ideas about their function. We observed that a single grave at the end of the wall donated to a special shrine might for a light. The situation of the walls on many occasions does not fit the function proposed, so there must be argument and rethink about their function. Wadi walls seem to be connected somehow with Nubian rituals and beliefs and need more investigation. I suggest that it was for procession ritual practice. Also, it may be connected to ancestor worship. Here we have the long Wadi wall in Wadi Farja. It may be 600 meters in its length. Pre-Karma and Karma buildings. During pre-Karma period, circular stone structure measuring 36 meters in the diameter was adopted for the first time. The stone reached a length of maximum 30 centimeters stuck in a circle on ground. They were most probably traces of stone bases of hut. There is no evidence of using them for another purpose than living home. Belonging to the Karma period, there are two huge mud brick buildings built seemingly as temples. Many authors, e.g. Hakim and Pinot, in 19 97 propose strong evidence that they were used for religious purposes. Okay, now we conclude our lecture. The study conducted that most of the rituals and traditions in the area are similar to those in world, and especially to northern, western, and eastern Africa. Seemingly, the religiosity grew from simple rituals to the violent rituals involving the sacrifice of humans and animals for deceased elites during the Bronze Age. Karma. As well, religious institutions developed in Nubia from prehistoric times with simple boulders to huge mud brick building during the Karma period. And thank you very much.